When it comes to money, this happened so fast for me, right? So it was like my head was spinning, and learning about all the things of what to do with the money was a big jump for me. And so real estate is where I feel the most comfortable. And so when I went to go and take this money and invest, I really needed to be in that space of knowing that money is energy, because it feels scary, right? Like to be able to take $100,000, your first $100,000, and buy a property with it. I needed to feel connected to something because it felt very ethereal. When I wasn't used to dealing in that kind of increment, to be able to get my head around it, I needed a point of reference. And so for me, the expansive feeling of money, that reciprocal flow, that correlates to just being energy, because when I pay you or you pay me, right? Like we're receiving and giving at the same time. It's very similar to breath. And so money is kind of this intangible thing that we've decided that coins mean something, right? We all made a universal decision together that this is worth something. And so in making that universal decision, we've decided that this energy is valuable. And we assign that value over and over and over again with every transaction that we make and with every dollar that we receive. And so in that flow, that feeling of money being tangible, like breath, is the thing that tethered me to be able to make that big of a jump that fast, so that it felt safe.
Yeah. I had a client a few years back say he's very successful. He said, to me, money is like air. It's all around. And when you have a belief that powerfully that money is all around you, chances are good you're going to be in the flow of a lot of money, right? So tell me how you align with the energy of money. Do you do it? Is there something you do on a daily basis, or what's that process look like for you?
I think that, what a powerful thing, right? To think that money is all around at all times. Because it really is. I think a lot of us grew up in a situation where we were told that that wasn't true, right? Of saying certain things of money doesn't grow on trees, right? Like, well, it kind of does, if you trace it all the way back, it kind of does, right? And so like being able to shift that belief, one of the things that I notice is how important neurolinguistic patterning is. And so some of my ritual around this is to identify speech patterns that are commonly used, like in euphemism, of saying like money is the root of all evil. We talk about that. We talk about the evils of money in general, people that have a lot of money being bad or having that kind of connotation that they're just greedy. And so looking at those linguistic patterns in myself, but also like what you see on TV or what you see in billboards or what your friends say, right? Listening for those patterns and then being able to ask yourself, like, is that really true? Like, is that something that we're just saying because we've always said it? Or is it something that's really true? And so unpacking those linguistics over and over again, and then replacing them with more accurate statements. So instead of saying like money is the root of all evil, it's saying money in the hands of good people does amazing things. Right. And so allowing myself to consistently repattern my neurolinguistics. One, it's great for the kids, right? Great for my children to hear it presented in a different way. But it's also been very impactful for my clients, and even my friends who are the most resistant, right? The people closest to us don't want to listen.
Yeah, it's a really good point that, we could go down this rabbit hole.